What's up, guys? It's Critical here, and today I just want to talk about how to never choke. That's a topic, and it's a choking also isn't just screwing up in a 1v1 situation. It's a feeling, the feeling of nervousness and just being. You're in the top one. You got to get this solo win, this duo win, this squad win, whatever it may be. My first piece of advice to you is just to stay confident. Whether you're in top 100, top 50, top 25, top 10, and to the point of the 1v1, you need to stay confident. You need to know and trust your ability that no matter what, you're going to make the best out of the moment, and you're going to take advantage of the enemy's mistakes. You're going to find flaws in their game, and you're going to exploit it to the point where you get the kill. Now, when you're confident, you're not nervous, When you're playing, you're in the top 10, whatever, you're nervous. And everybody is, unless you've been playing for a long time, such as myself, you don't really get nervous. But if you're a beginner or at any point of the game, you tend to get nervous around the top 10. I'd say just calm down and just be confident and just don't be nervous. And that nervousness also comes down to practice. Like I said, in-game experience will help you out so much in terms of being confident. So when you practice, and if you practice the right way, you'll be able to make a play. So that's my first piece of advice. My second piece of advice is the type of practice you're doing. A lot of people say, practice makes perfect, yada yada. But personally, practice does not make perfect. Practice makes permanent. Because say someone goes around and practices the wrong way for however long, then they're going to be playing the wrong way for however long until they fix it and realize that what they practiced was wrong. So that's another huge thing when it comes to that. And don't waste your time practicing these stupid metas that aren't going to help you out, If you're if you like to rush someone, you don't need to learn double floor, double ramp, double wall. You don't need to learn that unless someone's spamming you, but it's just very rare points in time where you need to learn. Only thing you really need to master is ramp wall, ramp floor wall, and double ramp, double wall. Nothing too complicated. It's all about the play style, If you play fast paced, you don't even need to learn all these crazy tactics and stuff, because it's not going to benefit you in the long run. You need to learn in-game tactics that you will be using on a game-to-game basis. And that is a huge thing when it comes to when I see new players. They actually say they have to practice a bunch of stuff that they think they're a better player, but in reality, it's not making you a better player. You're just wasting your time, because tell me in what situation in the game are you ever going to use that? You're never going to use it, Like, if you look at one of my past videos, that is a great tactic to learn, not because it's fancy or anything, because it's useful. You get in those type of engagements all the time. You're ramping out at someone that's a good player experience and he knows how to ramp. Boom, edit real quick. That's an easy kill. You want to wipe out the good players as quickly as possible. So that's a huge thing. Just practice quality in-game things. So when you go on playground, don't just screw around practicing, these random build fight scenarios. Practice things that in game you wish you would have done better. It's like, if you go and record and watch your own game, and saw how you died, look at how you died. What was the flaw in your game? What messed you up? And then you can go on playground and practice that and practice that and practice that until you have it all the way down packed. And that's what you want to master. Another thing, when you're coming into late game, top 10, top 15, is take deep breaths, especially around the top 5. And when you're going to get pressured, say you're hiding in a 1-by-1 the whole game. I am guilty of it all the time. It's a very easy way to get wins in this game, but just don't always do that. But that's beside the point. I digress. Take deep breaths. If you can learn to take deep breaths at the right moment, you will instantly become more calm. But we're not talking these deep breaths like that. No, you want to take a huge your breath. Like sometimes when you need to box yourself up in a 1x1 and just focus on taking that breath, because you know you take the right breath when you feel it in your chest, because your heartbeat and all that stuff is happening in your chest. You know, you feel the thumping in your chest and whatever. So what you want to do is take a deep breath, so you can basically resetting your heart at that point. You know, you're calming yourself down, and you're taking a huge breath so you can calm yourself down and reset for the next fight. So, and I know one thing for me that was huge, not huge, but like it was very annoying when I played, was I would get sweaty palms. And sweaty palms can't really be avoided that much if you're just a sweaty person. I mean, for example, for me, I play basketball and I sweat a lot. Like I don't know, if you ask for any of my friends or anything like that, I sweat a lot when I play. So sweaty palms is just natural for me, you know. It's gonna happen to me. But I think it's the same thing. When you take your deep breath and you box yourself in that 1x1, wipe your hands upon your pants. Just try and get your hands into a place where they're not as sweaty. And I don't know, I've seen some people that have like put fans over their hands and stuff. That's more for keyboard and mouse, but the point still applies. So yeah, the same thing applies there. Just take deep breaths to calm yourself down. You don't want to play all freaked out and nervous. And that brings me to my next point, which is just stay calm. At the end of the day, it's a game. And in that game, there are different ways to play. There are different play styles. And if you can master your own play style and get very good at it, you don't need to freak out, because if you put in the practice, you've done this 100,000 different times at least. That comes with practice too. If you're practicing the right way, then when you get into an in-game situation where you're not at as much as an advantage, it doesn't matter, because the building tactic you want to use to get that high ground, to get that advantage, you've done over 1,000 times. Playground, in-game, whatever it may be, you've done it so many times where you've mastered it to the point where you don't need to worry about it. You're able to stay calm. You're able to think with a level head. And finally, as you just watched the end of my game clips, there's 3 people alive right now. And currently, I'm just running around trying to find the last 3 people. I missed that big pot, which kind of sucked, but that guy died to the storm, and I was not going to go back in the storm to get any sort of loot from him, because the storm was taking like 5-7 damage. Totally not worth it. So at this point, I heard the rift. I saw him drop, so that's one guy I already know. I put my marker in the middle of the storm just so I know where the storm is at the end of the day. I hear footsteps right here. Right now I'm just not panic building, defensive building. Now, right when I get here, I just want to peek down, because I got, from what it looked like, he had a shotgun shot. So I didn't want to contest very much. So, you know, crouch shots, peek in, peek out, peek in, peek out. So right now I'm trying to campfire up, you know, get them heals. And at this point, this is where you take your deep breaths to, you know, you feel it in your chest. You wipe your hands. This is where you just stay calm, get your health rejuvenate, and you're fine. You know, stay calm. And right here, this minigun is a perfect example of exercising, staying calm. Because any player would just, you know, basically just freak out at this point, you know. It's late game, it's a 1v1, you only have 100 health, 8 shield. There's not much you can do against this. But what I did right here is I wrapped around, because he obviously looked like he didn't know where I was, because he was shooting on my metal. So and when it looked like he was still shooting on my metal, I knew I was flanking around to a natural high ground. So this is my commentary on just how to stay calm and how to never choke. GG's, boys.